Welcome to RadicalWellnessTV.com. This is Laura Lee again about teenagers. A word about parenting teenagers. I'm here to help you be proactive in your daily health care with healthy, natural ideas and tips. So a word about parenting teens. I have a teenager right now. She's 16 years old and I'm doing it by myself basically. Her father's in the area, but he's not really. He is. He's way better than he used to be. Anyway. So I'm grateful that he's stepping up and he's protecting her. He's taking on the protective role, which is really awesome. And also he's taking on the discipline role, which is way more awesome. Anyway, if you have, sorry about the motorcycle, but isn't it a cool motorcycle? If you, I'll wait for it to go by. Have a cool little motorcycle. Anyway, I'm at the port of San Luis Obispo. And this is where my office is. So sometimes it's loud, it's a Saturday, it's a 3-day weekend, it's a President's Day weekend. It is. A word about parenting teens. If you have a teenager in your life, you've probably done your share of worrying about the potential risks out there. Alcohol, tobacco, or illicit drug use. Dangerous driving, sexual activity, maybe even the pressures of school, sports, or fitting in. You've probably also worried that you're no longer the most influential force in your child's life. Teens are facing a host of intense challenges and changes in their lives and like to act as if they alone can deal with them. But the reality is that teens need and secretly want your help and guidance. In fact, now that you have a teenager, your job as a parent isn't done. It's just different. The good news is that most of today's teens are thriving. Adolescents today are less likely to drink, smoke, do drugs, get pregnant, commit a violent crime, or drop out of school, compared to their parents' generation. They volunteer more than ever before and are actively exploring their spirituality. They are more tolerant and more likely to have friends with different ethnic, religious, and socio-economic backgrounds. And most teens would even say they have positive relationships with their parents, siblings, and friends. In short, they are finding their way, but not without the involvement and presence of you, the parent. Surveys of teens show that they want and expect their parents to play a key role in their lives. They appreciate you. They listen. They remember your advice, even when it seems like they're not paying attention. That said, the risks facing teenagers today are real. They are also different for every teen, and they might even surprise you. Did you know that rural and suburban teens are more likely than urban youth to have problems with alcohol or illicit drugs? And despite all the warnings about impaired driving, 30% of students report that they've ridden one or more times in the last month with a driver who had been drinking. Remember when your children first learned to walk? They often searched for a table or mom's leg to steady themselves. Perhaps they even panicked if they couldn't find something to hold on to. You made sure they were protected from things that could hurt them if they fell. You stayed close enough to help if they lost their balance, but gave them enough room to practice their newfound skill. It was probably a joy for you to see them grow in confidence as they went from crawling to walking and from walking to running. Adolescence is a lot like that. Your teens need you close by during this time of exploration, or they will find something else to hold on to, just like they did when they were toddlers. They need your help to navigate the barriers. Then they need you close enough to openly ask questions and talk about problems, but far enough away so they can begin making decisions for themselves. Need more guidance? Experts have identified some practical parenting skills that can help prevent a wide range of risky behaviors among teens and lead to healthy, well-adjusted youth. What follows is a nuts and bolts summary of the experts' findings. In this handbook, you will find everyday tips on how to stay involved with your teen as she or he becomes more independent. Whether you're single or married, a mom or a dad, or a grandparent or other caregiver, this handbook is for you. Keep reading to learn how to put these simple principles into practice to raise a safe, healthy, and happy teen. All right, gosh, that's great. This helps me already. Principle number 1 is what we're going to go into, which is tune into your teen. So come back for the next segment of help with your teenager. Anyway, love life and life will love you back. Go ahead and like and share and hit the bell and all that kind of stuff. Make a comment. Bye-bye for now.